So, welcome to Shadows of Apostasy, an Imperium Maladictum game being pre-recorded for Garblag Games. I'm Richard, and I'm the Games Master for this game. Let's meet the cast.
Hi, I'm Roger. I'm playing Hector Cato, a member of the Adeptus Arbites Interlocutor.
You're saying all the big words now, Rog. I'm Dash. I'm playing Newt. He's part of the Astra Militatum, and he is a penumbra, so a bit of a stealthy sniper type character.
I'm playing Zilch. I am a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus and Apprentice Logis.
And her name is Jan.
That too.
Hi, I'm not called Jan. I'm Rob, and I'm playing Dr. Zimian Always, Sorcerer.
I'm Nick. I'm playing Echo, who is another Marine / soldier, who is just a big dumb guy with a penchant for butchery with a chainsword.
Lovely.
Okay, so last time we left it with you. You'd been heading down a large stone spiral staircase into the depths of the Underhive, heading towards sublevel 40. And as you were approaching sublevel 35, you'd heard the sounds of running water or dripping water, falling water. But before you reached the point where that was happening, you spotted what you figured out was a spider web, a big spider web in the corner of the ceiling. After some discussion, Echo decided to take a big stick with some fire starters and some Prometheum soaked rags and set it ablaze. He poked it with a burning stick.
Yeah. Solution. Poke it with fire.
What you want is an underwater bang stick. Underwater bang sticks are good. Good against sharks and virtually anything else. Now, spiderwebs don't burn as well as people think they do. That's a thing from the web spell from D&D, but they do burn. And the damage from the fire caused the weight of the mama spider and the cocooned under hive dweller who had been in the web to fall through, landing on Echo. The spiders on the wall, the big spiders on the wall, and as it landed, large numbers of baby spiders exited their former nice, warm, brooding body. So, as they start spreading, the big spider is obviously looking not particularly happy, not impressed. So, as they're going to come towards you, we will start with Newt, I believe, is first.
Okay.
As you see this large, I mean, we're talking serious numbers of tiny spiders, probably about the size of a 50p piece.
Oh, the little spiders are?
Yep, the big spider is good, including legs, probably about a meter across.
It may be a sniper, but I don't think I can shoot hundreds of tiny little spiders. I may just go for the big one. So I'll use my laser gun, I suppose. So let's have a little roll. What is my long guns again?
It's a skill you use to shoot people, but that's not important right now.
Yeah. Very funny.
Love the airplane reference.
Oh yeah.
So no, I've failed by one.
Okay, no problem. You can if you want
I
to.
miss.
You can if you want to spend a point of where the hell am I? I seem to have vanished. Why have I vanished?
Is it fate?
You can spend a point of fate to.
Yeah, let's do that. It's a bit embarrassing to be the first attack roll in the game.
I seem to have. Where have I vanished to? How do I get my picture back?
I can see you, dear.
We can see you
Okay,
still.
that's-
Okay.
That's
So
two
if
successes.
it's just me who can't see it, that's fine. Oh no, I've moved to the top. Are we missing
Hmm.
something? No, we're not. I'm going mad. I'm going slightly mad.
Only
Richard, you are definitely
only
there.
slightly.
No, I'm going slightly mad. I already was a bit mad. So no, you take. Did you do the fate point?
Yeah, I did the thing, but so I think Newt picked up his laser gun. He went to like squeeze the trigger, but there's a bit of like gunk in it from this polluted area, so he's just shook it and then shot again. And I got 2 successes on the
No.
second go.
No worries. So you're shooting Mama Spider with
Yeah.
2 success levels. So
And the gun is it 8 damage or 6 damage? Six damage, I think. the specialization test damage. Yeah, damage is 6.
okay. So minus any armor that they may have.
Yep.
Okay. So you go to snap off a shot. There's a sort of rattling or something, and you kind of do that and take another shot as the crap comes out of it. You hit the Mama Spider kind of towards one of the legs in the main body area, but I mean it burns, but you know she's still there and she's still hanging on.
Yeah, this isn't good.
So now we go to the
Cool.
bit that gets a bit complicated because Hector, Zilch, Mama Spider, and Baby Spiders all go on 7. So let's see how we do the.
It used to be
Yeah.
done by like whoever had the highest agility stat base, but I don't know if it's still the same.
Well, let's just check to make sure that we are correct. Okay, if they have the same. Okay, if multiple combatants have the same initiative, they act in order of the highest reflexes skill to the lowest.
Reflexes?
Yes. Reflexes is a skill.
It's agility.
Where is my character sheets that I keep for
I've
purposes of
got,
looking
I've
at?
got reflexes. Yeah,
Yes.
it's under rapport above
Yeah.
stealth or mine.
Agility and it's based on agility.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
So it's the ranks, I would say. But we can do it with actually let's just do it full. So what would your reflexes be if you were going to be rolling against it?
37.
Mine would be 40.
35 and 20. So you guys go first. So Kato, Hector.
All right. Well, seeing as I've got the weapon that kind of hits everything in that area, I guess I will pull the trigger and try and hit everything in that range bracket. Try and kill a lot of the tiny spiders.
Okay, so and they get to make a dice roll if I recall.
They do. They get to try and do a +0. I think it's
Dodge, is it? To dodge the buckshot.
Yes. It's either dodge or reflexes, something like that.
Well, reflexes I think comes off of dodge. So
That one.
or dodge comes off of reflexes rather.
Yeah, I rolled a 13, so I hit with 3 success levels.
So who are you aiming at? Let's start there.
I'm going to try and hit the swarm of little ones.
Okay, so
Just so I've probably got the best suited weapon for that, unless
yours
someone's
is
packing a
spread weapon,
flamethrower.
I was gonna say, yeah, has anyone got a flamer?
So yours is a spread weapon, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, no problem. So
I have to make hundreds and hundreds of dodge rolls.
Yes.
I just know Richard likes rolling dice, so I thought I'd let him roll hundreds of them.
you see, that's as bad. You should see one of the players I have played with on a Saturday. Oy. Right, so what's the base damage?
6, so it'd be 9 damage.
No problem. So,
But I'm assuming, given they're like the size of a 50p, they probably don't have much health.
well, they're actually discrete swarms.
I see. Okay.
So that one takes,
Swarms. So there's more
Yeah.
than one swarm.
it specifically states here that there is always more than one swarm in the scene, up to the number of the players,
Oh, okay. So there's a swarm each.
basically.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the first,
very generous.
so the first one takes the full damage because that's when you hit. That one failed. That one failed. That one succeeded. That one succeeded, and Mama failed. So it's full damage.
Yeah.
No problems. So
Oh,
you
hang
fire.
on. Is it? I'll check that. Sorry, I'm still getting my head around these rules.
No, that's fine. So we can see. Combat shotgun, was it?
Half damage.
Okay, half damage. Right, that's fine. So let's rub those bits out.
Sorry, I didn't
And
want to cheat and say yes, it's definitely full. If something gets spread for 2 reasons, it does full damage.
If they succeeded on, so they all take the half
They
damage.
take
but
nothing if they pass.
Ah, right. Okay, that's perfect. So no problem. So you pump off a round of this shot, and a large number of spiders are hit. Not that you really notice, because there's there's still a huge number of spiders, but there are dead bodies and spatters and smears of dead spider. So zilch.
I shall draw my staff and start smacking it about, trying to lump on some of the little ones.
Okay.
3 degrees of success.
Okay. So give me a number between 1 and 5.
4.
Okay. Just so I know which one you're attacking. Okay. And what's your damage?
3.
3. So minus any armor and 7 cards. That much. So you start squitting them. I mean, there's just so many. You're definitely getting some, but
Yeah, I'm just sort of using the end of my staff to try and mash them into the ground.
Yeah.
May not be very effective, but I feel better about it.
I have to laugh when I'm reading some of this thing. It's saying they cannot be grappled or knocked down. Really? There's a shock.
What, you can't grapple the spider the size of 50p?
No, odd.
No, because they've got 8 legs. They can't possibly fall over prone.
So we'll start
What
with
about the big one?
Mama.
Can the big one fall over?
It doesn't specifically state not.
That's who cut its legs
Oh,
off.
then the one I
Yeah.
shot falls prone if it took damage. I don't know if it did or not.
Yeah. So you shot it. The mama falls to the ground, lands, and will use her action to right herself. And the person who she's nearest, which unfortunately happens to be Echo, because
That's all right. I thought she was on top of me anyway. So
Because he poked her with a
Chainsaw go
stick.
brr.
Yeah.
she doesn't get the benefit of death from above, because the target is not unaware of their presence, but will attempt to attack their head. Ooh, that will be an 11.
Oops.
Can
Oh,
Echo try and parry or dodge?
Yep, absolutely.
okay, so
Parry's done on
it's dodge,
melee.
right? Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Do I have a parry
Does
skill?
parry work on this?
What's your
I can't see any reason why it wouldn't. Bring your weapon up in between it and the thing attacking you.
So what's your parry skill? Because I have a dodge.
It would be
specialization.
it's whatever you use for melee weapons or something like
Yeah,
that. I would
it'd be
guess.
weapon
Melee.
skill plus whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Okay, 39 under, so that's 2 successes.
Okay, so 2 success levels versus the 4 success levels that the mama spider got. So she got you, but with you've reduced her success
Unfortunately, it's a
levels.
crit though, isn't it? An 11.
It is a crit.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, the 1-1, isn't it?
yeah. So hit the head. Counts as having
Probably the
strength
best
bonus
place
of
for Echo to be
I was
hit.
going to say, saves a bit of echo to hit.
Yeah.
It didn't
hear
hit Echo
Joel-
in the head. Echo headbutted it.
Yeah. Just hear an echo from inside his head.
Dong.
Okay, so it's if I'm reading this correctly, it counts as having strength bonus of 6, having grappled you, which is what it's done. You count as suffocating. Its base damage is 2 plus success levels, plus obviously now the strength thing. So that's 10 damage.
Okay, so I have
Jesus.
4 armor.
Did you take off the 2 success levels from Nick's?
Yes,
Mine.
yes,
Success
it was 4 success levels originally.
All right. So yeah, I have 4 armor.
Yep. So take that off of the 10, so it's 6.
So I
however,
put that
it is
in
also
my.
a critical.
This thing does
Okay.
more damage than our guns. You should just throw spiders at people.
Yeah,
Quick, pick 'em up.
I'm taking
Okay.
it as a pet, this one.
Because this is a critical without having gone over Echo's wounds, it's a straight D10 roll.
Alright.
So you got the critical, a rattling blow. Blood floods your vision with flashing lights. You are stunned until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
No treatment.
but none of us notice.
No, you don't see any difference.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was the total damage? Was it off
it
the?
was 10, so that would go down to 6 with your armor.
Okay, so it's 6, right? Cool. So I just put that in my current and maximum wounds in there, right?
Maximum should remain.
Yeah.
The
So I
number
put
that
it in
is,
the current.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. All good.
Okay, and let's just make sure we know what suffocation does in game. Okay, so you're not prepared. Suddenly deprived, you start suffocating immediately. Each round you're suffocating, you suffer 1 wound which ignores armor.
All right.
So this thing is on her, sort of thorax in the face.
Face hugger style.
Yeah, sort of thing.
I cuddle it right back.
So the baby spiders. So we will start with a swarm attacking Hector. And on an 82, they're not going to get very far. So a swarm, basically, they're up your boots and sort of getting towards your legs, and they're struggling to get past what armor or clothes you may have. Newt, fail to hit. Same thing. You also have a bunch on you. Zilch, 78.
I think that might miss.
Yeah. Not Jan. Also, they failed to hit Dimian. And the remaining swarm, do they attack Echo anyway, or do they attack someone else? So let's roll that. And they will attack. They will also go for Zimian for reasons, and they will also fail.
Excellent.
It's not that small a skill. How can I fail 5
You failed
rolls?
like 5 times in a row.
Serious?
I like those dice you're rolling, dear. You should keep them.
Yeah.
Have you been meddling with my dice, Dan?
Yeah, I tip X out all the low numbers.
So Zimian, you're next.
Oh, right. So I've got sort of some small spiders rattling around my footwear.
Yep, you got a swarm of spiders. Yeah.
Okay, well, I shall cast what he likes to call, which is the Eldritch Undoing, which is also known as Smite. And yeah, I'll cast it at them. It's -10 against his Psychic Mastery, which is 52. So he needs 42 or less to hit. And roll. 28.
Okay.
Remember to scream unlimited power.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. That.
Why the rest of us spit on you? It's so unnatural.
I don't know. Don't think we'll mind if he's zapping spiders right now.
So
We're too
that's
disgusted, but yeah.
that's 2, 4, 2, 6, 8 damage. Ignores armor.
Okay, so give me another 1 or 2.
I just don't know. 1.
Okay, no problem. So it's 8 damage, you say?
It was.
8. So that will count as that. So no problem. So you power goes off. Mark down your warp charge. And
Yes. So it costs 2 then, doesn't it?
yeah, basically your warp charge goes from 0 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
No worries. It says 1 creature. I'm going to assume that a swarm will count as 1.
We could be here a while.
Yeah.
That one tiny spider is really dead.
Zap. And there's everyone else gets pelted as a number of these spiders are crisped and ejected from Zimian's body.
Excellent.
Now, Echo, unfortunately, you are stunned.
Well, if I spend a fate point, can I remove that stunned condition and get a turn?
Yes, that's what that's one of the things that fate points can do.
All right, and that's if you spend it, you can get it back. It's only if you burn it, you
Correct.
burn it, right?
Yeah.
Let's do that then. I'm not stunned anymore. Now this big mama spider's right here. I'll tell you what I would like to do, but I'm unsure how creative you can be in this particular system. If I have a frag grenade and put it in a mouth, what kind of roll is that allowed? Can I do that?
I would say yes. It would be a weapon skill test. With
Okay.
it being any effect of area effect would occur. So in theory, you could take some damage
Blow
yourself,
myself
and
up.
if anyone else is close enough there as well, I would say it would probably be reduced from going off inside the spider.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for.
But not by a massive amount.
Get it really deep down
Okay.
its throat.
Well, that was my plan. You know, I've got long arms. You know, I'm like a gibbon. Do you know what I mean? My knuckles drag on the floor. You know, but I'm not smart. You know, I never want Newt to get killed because he's like my babysitter. So I've probably had the lectures from him before about not don't be blowing shit up while I'm right next to you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you do,
All
make
right.
sure you put the grenade really deep inside it.
I don't know if you specified that. Maybe I'll do that. Either way, it's a weapon skill, but I don't want everyone to get killed. But then it is really fun.
Never underestimate comedy value.
Weapon skill with grenade.
I will
weapon
try
skill
for
with chainsword.
the. Oh hell yeah! Okay, so 2 successes to ram a frag grenade down the spider's gullet.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So I'm going to say that 2 success levels will be reduced down to you succeeded, but it won't be any success levels because you're trying to get it into a living creature's
Giant
mouth.
spider's gob. I mean, it's a really big mouth, though, right?
It's not. It's surprisingly not that big. The mandibles are quite large.
Okay.
So I mean, you made the mouth a bit bigger than it would otherwise be.
Okay.
It's going to be a lot bigger in a minute.
Hell yeah.
So grenade damage. This is a frag grenade, yeah.
Yeah, 6, I think it is.
Yeah, 6 damage.
Yeah.
So let's have a look at the funkies that come with it. So
Blast loud. If anyone didn't know we were here, now they do.
So blast. All characters in the target zone can use their reaction to make an opposed reflexes dodge test versus the result of your test.
Okay.
So everybody in the zone, which is everybody, can make a reflexes dodge test.
Against
11.
my success levels.
Yeah.
You mean?
Well,
which was
your
reduced to 0.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't move,
70
anyone. You're fine.
77.
I got 66.
Oh, you jump into
Oh.
the grenade.
Yeah, yeah. I must be shielding it a bit.
I grow weary of this fight.
me and Robert just committed suicide.
Hopefully, I'll shield you all a bit. I'm already
Simple
injured.
success.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Bloody all the crits.
Yeah, I
today.
got a crit success as well. I got an 11.
So
I got a critical
There-
fail.
there is a loud, wet.
Can I use my
bonk.
crit success to stop someone jumping headfirst into a grenade?
Well, what actually happens? Echo rams the grenade into this thing's throat or down its gullet, or
Whatever.
ripping a gullet into the spiders, because
Nice.
spiders don't have to. They absorb. They suck liquid into their fangs and. or
I
whatever.
tell
Yeah.
you all this as I'm putting the grenade.
Yeah.
Look at this. They suck liquid in through here. Put the grenade.
I know what I'll do. I'll run and restrain the spider while you put the extended. That's why I get
Heimlich the spider.
that makes sense. I grab its big abdomen butt thing.
So there is a loud, wet thump, and the spider takes 6 damage.
yeah.
It is currently not dead, but there is a great hole along its abdomen. As
Nice.
bits of its abdomen, the inside, are now more outside. But it is still alive. And everybody else who didn't succeed can take 4 damage.
Is that with,
Zilch-
do we have to deduct armor from
Yeah.
that, or
armor does count, I believe, yeah. Zilch and
oh, it's only
Hector
2.
just happen to be behind Dr. Zimian and Mute, which is what, excuse as to why the grenade didn't affect you.
Cheers, guys.
Yes. Excellent
Just look at-
tactics.
Good job, human shield.
Yes.
Yeah, literally.
I
Is
just,
that
I just
one-
look at you. I just look at you, Echo, as I scrape green
Spider
goo.
guts and stuff.
Oh, I call.
Yeah.
It's Equal Master.
Awesome.
So I'm also remembering now to add it onto all of the spiders.
They're
Oh,
all
yeah.
yeah. Mummy's
The
goo.
swarms.
Nice.
All the swarms, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, big wet thump. There is a squealing, screeching noise coming from this thing. You can only just hear it, but it is definitely wounded and not happy. And we go back to Dash, to Newt.
Right. I won't be able to do that. Does it look quite injured now, or is it just?
Oh, it's looking pretty
There's a
badly
damn
injured.
hole in it.
Yeah.
Okay,
With
I'm
gooey-
gonna
gooey- gooey bits.
just for theatrics. I probably won't be able to do it because I'm crap at melee. But I'm gonna pull out my chainsword and
Cool.
try and just shove it straight into it.
I'll return your favour and try to hold it still so you can
Yeah.
aim towards it.
It's a melee attack, isn't it? Oh, God.
It is indeed. Now, let me just quickly check.
My melee's amazing. It's 28.
My God. Almost as bad as my intelligence. But not quite.
Oh, 31.
Ah.
You could spend a fate point to give yourself an extra success level.
Oh, yeah, you could. Yeah.
So, if 2
let's
characters
do
are
that.
working together, the character with the
Cool.
highest skill
Oh.
makes a test with advantage to assist someone using. Okay, so I'm going to say that if because you're outnumbering the creature, we'll normally do it in the way the book says, but because you're outnumbering someone, you can have advantage, which means
so
you can switch
13,
the
yeah.
D10s around.
I get 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell
Yeah, let's
yeah.
go for that then.
Thanks,
Thanks, Echo.
You're welcome. What?
So, what's the damage of the chainsword? It's 3 plus strength, isn't it, or something like that?
I think isn't it 6 plus your success
Something
levels? Yeah, it's 6.
Well, the
Plus
chainsword.
plus your
Okay.
success levels, I think.
Was that 1 or 2? What did I get? 13.
13.
So 1 if you've got 28.
Yeah, it's only 1. It's 28. Yeah, so it's only 7.
Worth it though, more than the grenade. That's why I love the chainsword.
Yeah. So I've made its opposed roll, and it got 4 negative success levels. I'm getting a feeling that chainswords are going to be
The thing.
people dodging
Your guns
into.
people get chainswords.
I was just doing that for a bit of fun because there's no way I'm going to get 28. Then you guys are like, oh, you can swap it around and get 15 now.
Okay, so basically you've got 5 success levels. One for the being advantage and it turning it from 31 to 13, and another 4 because it failed with 4 negative success levels. So how much damage are you doing and where?
10.
Yeah, it's 10 damage. I think I was aiming for probably, I suppose it must have an abdomen, like a thoracic area.
What did you? No, you rolled 31, which came 13. So the way location works in this is
It's a D6.
no,
Okay.
it's
D10.
the units of your to hit roll.
Okay.
Because you've got effectively it was a 31, that becomes 13, which turns around to 13. That becomes a 3, which is a right arm. So basically, you bring your chainsaw down the side and shear a number of its legs off, and it sort of squeals and wriggles and ends up on its back. What legs it's got remaining curling up.
Nice.
Can't go prone my butt.
Okay, so Hector.
All right, well, I don't like all these little spiders at my feet, so I'm going to aim and shoot them. 24.
Just as a point to note, if you're using the spread thing, so you're going to affect other spiders, you will also affect the people the spiders are on.
I'm just going to be shooting the swarm at my feet.
No worries.
So 2 success levels.
Okie dokie.
So 8 damage.
So no problem. So you basically swap them off and step back and shoot or something along those lines, and the swarm is defeated. What spiders are left skitter off into the darkness.
Smashing.
Lovely.
Zilch.
Okay. Carry on with my staff stomping
No problem.
with 2 successes.
Okay. What's your base damage?
4. Sorry, no. 4 minus 1 is 3.
Okay. So that. So again, you're bringing the staff and you're kind of rolling it against your body and squitting as many as you can. And you're catching a reasonable amount. Actual damage, wounds wise, it's not massive, but you're getting some.
Yeah, well, I'm a bit loath to get a gun out and shoot it at my own legs. Funnily enough, I quite like the legs I've got, and I don't really want to put holes in them because inevitably I would then miss.
Yeah.
Aren't your legs metal?
I was going to say, you're the only one we can do.
Yeah, but haven't you not heard of ricochet?
Sure, yeah.
Knowing me, I would roll something really bad. It would ricochet off and go through your left elbow or something.
So the swarm on Newt still fails to hit. Okay, I'm swapping those dice around. So
I'm just going to leave them on me.
The first bunch on Simeon still doesn't hit. The second bunch on Simeon still doesn't hit.
Do you need to know that we're holding a staff which has a defensive thing? Not
sure.
yet. Not currently.
They're swarming all over you. They're biting at bits, but everywhere they try to bite, there's either a button or a zip, or a piece of armor, or a random packet of some biscuits.
This is good because mostly I'm buttons and biscuits, so they're going to have a while.
So yeah, not Jan.
Oh, is it me? Yeah, sorry, I said that, and I have to live with the consequences. Right. So, is there still the person who sort of hurt me? That was Nick, who is Echo,
Yes.
and do they still have a living spider on top of them?
No, the big spider is now dead.
Is that
Yeah.
obvious?
Yes, it's lying on its back with its legs curled
It's
up.
not obvious.
What happened
only-
to its legs?
The only remaining bad guys, effectively, the only remaining creatures are the 2 swarms on you and the 1 swarm on Newt.
Okay, I'm not going to risk just ripping up the continuum of space-time for 50p sized spiders. So I'm going to hit it with my stick, as Zilch was doing so well hitting it with their stick. I'm actually better at hand-to-hand than Newt by 1.
Yeah, I'm not good at hand-to-hand. I'm good at guns.
I'm just saying the wizard is better at melee than you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 93. Eat that.
Okay.
That missed, by the way. Sorry, I should have said.
Yeah.
No, really?
It's not quite a critical fumble or an auto fail, but no problem. You swipe your. I mean, you'll probably catch a couple of them and kill a couple of them, but there's so many of them, and you're not really having an effect.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm almost at the same point as Dash's character, just thinking, look, it's a fashion thing. Let's just keep going. It's fine. They look fabulous, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just as a point to note, Dash, looking at the overlay, you're disappearing off the left side of the screen. So every now and again, you're gone.
No.
Okay, so Echo.
Okay, so there's spiders left on Newt and on
Simeon.
On Simeon. Well, I think. But there are 2 lots of spiders on Dr. Simeon.
Yeah, another grenade would clearly be.
And he is already dead. I'm convinced he is already dead anyway.
I can see. I can tell what you're thinking.
You can. It's not much. It's like white noise a lot of the time when you can hear in his mind. Well, I've known Newt for a long time. I think Newt can handle himself.
No grenades.
Oh, fine, okay. So can I go for the? I mean, mechanically, I want to go for the spiders that are on Dr. Simeon and help him out a bit, but I imagine it's like chainsaw on guard, just trying to carve them off the sides of him.
To be fair, if I see you coming towards me with a chainsaw, trying to kill 50p spiders that are crawling all over me, I'm actually again perfectly content to keep these spiders on me.
Is that obvious though?
Oh, that's fair. Touche. No. No. Just that look of horror at someone approaching you with a chainsaw.
I get that.
Universal. Yeah.
Right. Is there any penalty going for a swarm of spiders that are on a person?
I will say that I'm tempted to say that it gives you disadvantage.
I am standing as still as any creature in any game has ever stood ever.
I'm just looking in shock. Like, he's not going to do it, is he? No, he's not. He's not.
Well, I mean, either way, there's spiders on Newt and there's spiders on Dr. Simeon, but there's more spiders on Dr. Simeon.
This was always the plan, wasn't it?
Jesus.
So, I think. Actually, I'm just going to say it's going to be a -2 success levels to hit.
Okay. I got 003. I'll take it.
Okay.
So I charge at Dr. Simeon with the chainsword. Like when Zorro cuts the shirt off somebody and spiders fling everywhere. So what's that? One-handed. It's 5 success levels. Minus your 2, so 3 success levels.
Yeah, problem. So 1 or 2? Give me a number, 1 or 2.
2.
2. Okay. So what's the damage you're doing?
It is 9 damage.
9 damage minus any.
I will now. I open my eyes now.
There is a whirring of chainsaw blade that you kind of feel sort of just brush across. When you do open your eyes, there is a large amount less material around this area.
Just your nips are showing.
And there are a couple of strips of cloth just draped over your bolt shell.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I'm careful of that as well.
You shall be receiving the bill from my tailor.
Sure.
And back to Newt.
Right, can I just
can
like
I have it? And then can I have an
my hand?
intelligence check from everybody, please?
Oh God, that's me screwed.
Really?
Oh, 98. I just could not. Well, one worse than that.
32.
Fail.
What's my intelligence? Oh, my intelligence is 33. So just
I did fail.
I failed.
I
I got
failed.
1.
Okay, so it looks like Newt's the only one who suddenly has this
Epiphany.
this thought that sort of pings into your head is that these are thousands, if not millions, of individual insects. You're not trying to hit and kill each individual one isn't going to have that great of effect. But as much as I hate to say this, ordnance, blast, flame, or spread weapons are the most effective, because you saw Hector basically devastate
okay.
the swarm.
Could I use a smoke grenade like you do with bees?
Calm down.
Smoke them off. The only grenade I got.
Try.
Because I don't have anything else. I've just got guns and a smoke grenade and a
You can
chainsaw.
borrow my shotgun.
I've
Just
got a
don't
knife.
shoot the ones that are. It's fine to shoot the ones that are on Dr. Dimian because he's died already, but mind that shell in his chest.
Or if you aim for the shell, there could be a different kind of spread.
Mm.
Is that blast damage?
Oh yeah.
Because though I don't want the whole grenade to go off because it'd be in a cloud of smoke.
It's not a grenade, it's just a bolt shell.
No,
No, I meant my smoke grenade. Yeah.
All right.
Because he said audience. That's the only thing I've got is the smoke grenade. Well, let's try. So what would that be? It's a roll.
I believe that
It would be like throwing it, wouldn't it, normally?
ranged skill should be under anatomy.
Is it under just ranged, yeah? BS?
Oh,
Yes,
so
yeah.
smoke grenade, thrown ordnance. And thrown would come off of ranged, I would imagine. It would be
Okay.
Speciality of ranged.
That's one of my, okay, I might be able to do this quite successfully then. Right, I've got a 38 and my ranged is 53. That's 2 successes.
Okay. So you pop and throw a smoke grenade about where Dr. Simeon is, or at your feet. Who is it you're trying to help most?
I'll do it on myself first just to see if it works.
Okay.
I don't want to just lob a grenade at some poor guy.
Because someone's already done that recently.
And then gets covered in smoke. After the chainsaw incident, I don't think he'll be too traumatized. Yeah. So yeah, I'll drop it at my feet.
No problem. You drop it at your feet. You can't see whether they're still on you or
I'll feel them.
not. how much of your body is just bare skin?
Oh, are they under my armor now? I was talking about just touching my hand down by my legs.
Oh, that's the question. It's kind of if they're mostly on your armor and your clothes, then how would you tell?
So I'm pretty. Yeah.
As you're sort of moving your hand around, you do come across a couple, but not as many as you think you should do. Whether that's just you're rubbing where they aren't, or whether that's because most of them have
They've gone deeper
off,
under my armor.
you're not entirely sure at this point.
That's fine.
Okay. So Hector, it's gotten very smoky all of a sudden.
Can I see any of the spiders still, or?
I'm just going to check, but I'm pretty confident that basically visibility is nil.
So it's basically Dash given the spiders cover.
Yes.
Basically,
I
yeah.
told you he's not very intelligent. Even though he passed his intelligence test, he got told use a grenade, and he used the grenade.
Smoke grenades make the target zone heavily obscured. And it can be extended in enclosed spaces.
Well, we're not in an enclosed space, are we?
No. So it's very, very smoky.
What you can't see can't hurt you.
Well, I was going to try and help someone, but now if I fire, I'll probably hit one of you guys.
I mean, you can still hear the moisture of this water falling further down.
I'm basically just going to try and use because it's a stairwell, isn't it? I'm just going to use the wall to try and guide myself to go down because smoke will rise. So if I go below the smoke line, I should be able to see.
No worries. So you do that. Zilch.
Flail around with my staff a bit further, trying to
Okay.
smack any of them.
I'm assuming you're sort of against yourself rather than just
Yeah,
in
just sort of
general.
sort of trying to roll it down my legs and brush off any stragglers.
No worries. Okay, so that's happening.
You want to dice roll for that?
No. Zimian. It's all gone smoky.
That's bees, you idiot! It's bees, not spiders. Yeah, I don't. Right. So we're in sort of on a stairwell, and we can go down.
Yeah.
And the smoke will stay where it is.
No, it'll follow us in a big cloud.
Oh right.
Suddenly magnetic smoke.
To be clear,
Okay.
it's a stone stairwell. There is no central shaft. Basically, it's enclosed.
Okay. Right. So yeah, I'm just would like to de-spider myself as much as possible in the smoke. Some sort of clothes brush, something like that.
Okay. No problem.
I mean, however did Jan do it? Was she rolling her staff down?
Yeah, just using my staff, rolling down my body to sort of knock off any stragglers.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. It's like a rolling pin type effect.
Yeah.
No worries. Echo.
Well, I mean, also I'm in all the smoke, so I'm going to assume that the spiders have gone because I can't see them. I'm certainly not going to try and on guard more spiders off Dr. Zimian. If there's no visibility, I'm going to assume they've gone. I mean, like when we first started this, we got the stick that was on fire. Can I feel around for that stick and just relight it if I can find it?
Let's make.
Wasn't it one of their staffs?
It was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Oh, have you both got those back because you've been hitting stuff with the staff, haven't you?
Well, attempting to, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Then I think I'm going to probably assume that the spiders are all gone, and just the same start heading down the stairs. Not because I'm smart enough to think that the smoke's going to rise, but I think combat's over. I know Newt can handle himself. He's fine. He's probably killed all the spiders. Everyone else is fine. unless someone can think of an idea. I mean, Dr. Zimian's right near me anyway, because I hacked off a load of spiders last time. If I assist Dr. Zimian, does that like cancel out his disadvantage next time for not being able to see?
He would basically get advantage.
Yeah, but if you can't see, do you get disadvantage?
Because it's rolling it down your body, you won't necessarily see the targets you're going for, but you know you're kind of, it's not like you're going to miss anything and everything. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay then. Then I'll hear him with his clothes brush, and I'll go. I'll just be like, "Okay, Doc," and start helping you pat spiders off your body or whatever.
Is,
So then help you out
this
for the next time.
This is very lots of touching going on here right now.
Yeah, we're a very lucky crew.
Thank you. It's very very inclusive of you.
Okay. So we'll quickly move over to Hector. You move down the stairs. I mean, you're almost first anyway. You're only Newt before you. Going down the stairs, you come out of the bottom of the smoke, and you can the water, the sound of the dripping water is coming from up ahead.
Can I see anything yet?
Not as yet. It's a couple of corners around. So
all right, I'll just continue making my way down.
Sure. So we'll jump back to the main group. Newt, what you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna follow Hector now.
Okay.
I mean, I can't really. I mean, I suppose I could use my knife to try and scrape them off. But I'd probably come out the smoke, and then if I saw it, so I'll come out the smoke, follow Hector. If I see any spiders on me, I would use my knife to kind of try and, like scrape them off the leather of my armor.
Sure. So you will get out the smoke, not massively long, far after doing that. And there are a few on you, but not as many as you remember. So you think it's kind of worked. I wasn't entirely sure, so I rolled the dice. If in doubt.
It's all insects, not just bees.
So Hector's done that. Zilch.
Start following the crew down the stairs.
Okay, so you hear the sound of the people going down the stairs. You start following them. No problem.
Using my stick to locate the top of the staircase before I go flying down it.
No worries.
Because there's still some of this smoke whirling around a bit.
Yeah, I mean it's still heavily obscured.
Yeah, so I'm using my stick as a sort of a cane to locate the stairs and work my way down without falling and crashing into everybody.
No worries. So Zimian, Echo, you hear the sound of both of two other individuals heading down the stairs. It sounds like from the sounds of things, it sounds like Zilch is thwacking the ever-loving crap out of something on the floor, but it's moving away. So Zimian.
I think Zilch has defeated the floor already. We should. Sorry, I'm not good with names. Echo. We should definitely follow the others. Perhaps standing in the smoke is not really assisting us. And I'll take Echo by the hand because I've seen that's what people do.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So everyone gets out of the smoke. The last two holding hands are Zimian and Echo.
It's lovely.
But yes, Zimian has some spiders on him, but not as many as he did have. There are smears down your staff. There's sort of squidted spiders on Echo's hands. And basically they seem to be disappearing off and giving up.
They know when they're beaten.
Yeah, you better run.
And you can see sort of down the stairs, just going around the corner, Hector's a little bit ahead of you.
Cool.
Hector, you left us there. Did you intentionally leave us there?
I was trying to get below the smoke so I could see. Not sure who'd let the damn smoke grenade off.
The beekeeper over there.
I was blinded, so I didn't really want to fire my shotgun blind into you.
No, excellent.
I grew up on an apiary. I can't.
You see, I'm from a hive world, so I know about bees.
No, he said an apiary. It's obviously apes.
I came from a feral world, so yeah, I can't comment.
No problem. You're heading downstairs behind Hector.
So this dripping water, do we see anything?
Yeah, as you get around sort of one or two corners, you find that you see the area opens up a little bit to where there's the access point to a very, very large pipe, a massive pipe, in fact. This is clearly one of the main carriers of something within the underhive. There are also pipes above you coming out the wall. As you get to the bottom of the stairs, one of those is broken above, and there's fractures, and there's liquid is spattering down, and the big massive pipe has partially collapsed, and it looks like the top collapsed of this pipe is away further in and down. You can see footprints in the crud that's built up.
But the way is passable.
Yeah.
Do the footprints look? I mean, I suppose they must be relatively recent. Otherwise, they might have just washed away or covered up.
Yeah, you would imagine so. But I mean, this when I say massive pipe, this is a seriously massive pipe.
Yeah. Right. Well, I guess may as well continue onward.
Okay. Is there a particular order you're going in?
It's all the big people at the front and the people in rows at the back.
You got Echo at the back.
What?
Who's
Echo? Take the rear.
At the front.
I'll sort with Echo. I'll come back, Echo, and
Okay.
pat you up the front. Go at the front. I'll look after Dr. Zinni, the beekeeper.
I've got more bloody health than you, man. I'll look after you.
So who is at the front?
Kato.
I guess myself and Echo.
Yeah, and Echo.
And I'm sort of in the same sort of grouping.
Okay, cool.
Slightly behind, so I can, if necessary, I can steer Echo and point him in the right direction that we're going.
Cool.
So it's not quite a curtain of liquid, but there's raindrops from this fractured pipe above, and you can when you get to the bottom of the stairs, you can move forward like a mini corridor that this pipe is above, and then into this massive pipe that's collapsed.
Do we look like we're going to be headed towards inside the massive pipe? Or
yes,
are we
the massive pipe looks like the way forward.
Okay.
There's lots of gang markings and all that kind of stuff.
Does anyone recognize any of those things?
You would recognize them, especially Kato, as gang markings. The specific gang markings, probably not, because I don't believe anyone is from this hive world.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm guessing there wasn't anything in our dossiers that we were given that told us anything about the gangs, I'm assuming.
There will have been some information, but there will be so many different gangs that the odds of you having the specifics of any given gang, you've seen at least two of the gangs that you had details for in the fight up in the sublevel 20 or 30, sublevel 30.
All right, well, I guess we'll just proceed onwards.
No worries.
So obviously, carefully.
Sure. So Echo and Hector push through, walk through this dropping liquid. Can you both take 5 points of damage?
I meant to ask that question. It slipped my mind after the marching order had been sorted out.
As a somewhat acidic liquid is dropping on you.
Sorry,
Okay.
I,
Can I ask you as well, what's the crack we're like healing up? Because if I take 5 points of damage, I'm nearly dead.
what location as well?
It's going to start around the head because it's coming down from above.
Aha,
So
then I make it through unscathed.
Okay.
Good
So
job, helmet.
Armor
Zilch
comes
healed
off
me
it.
in the last session, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got healed in the last session, so you can be healed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, before we wander on further down the stairs, we can take him. Has anyone else got injured? Well,
Yeah, I'm
wounded.
down to 11. I'm
Yes,
4 points of damage.
If you remember, there was a huge sort of a grenade explosion that caused a lot of us.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've gotten to this point, and you had before you mentioned healing. So you're thinking about healing now. You can get healing. So an ally with at least one advance in Medicaid can attempt a roll to treat your wounds, or you can after a good day, once per day after a good rest, you can recover wounds. But right at this moment, you hadn't thought of it until this point, so you walk through and this acidic.
So does your armor come off that damage?
Your armor will come off that, but there will be a effect to the armor.
A good effect.
It makes your armor stronger.
If anyone touches you now, they burn.
This is effectively a rend effect. So, when an attack with this weapon deals one or more wounds, that's dealt one or more wounds, resolves. The outermost armor on the hit location is reduced by the rend rating until it's repaired.
So if I took no damage, it doesn't do it.
No. If it's done damage to you, so your armor is reduced by 1.
But didn't it say if you take 1 or more damage?
Let's clarify that, because that's a good point. It seems to make sense for it to do some damage. So when an attack with this weapon deals... right, okay. This is basing on the fact that if someone hits someone with a chainsaw that gets through, it's doing damage. So I think for acid, it doesn't seem to make sense that it's not going to damage the armor because you're being protected by the armor. If you see what I mean.
It depends on how good the armor is. Certain armor are obviously far better at being resistant to such things than others.
This isn't Aliens RPG.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like something like carapace or power armor wouldn't really care much about acid, whereas leather would.
Yeah, but who's wearing carapace armor? You weren't wearing it. You put it on.
I've got I put my helmet on for combat.
Helmet,
Yeah.
Okay. In which case,
it's only like the chest and stuff you put away, wasn't it?
Well, no,
no, I only have a helmet.
No, that's what I mean, because that's what you get, wasn't it?
That's my one piece of carapace.
Okay. Well, it's a good job you got it.
The carapace armor is currently resisting. You will also take some damage to torso as well, because it's dropping down. It's not just dropping directly under the head; it's sort of top of the body.
All right, so my body armor's buggered.
So, tell me that again, Richard. If you've got flak armor, how much?
So you'll take 1 damage.
You take 1 damage, but your armor's like what?
Reduced
knackered
by 1.
Reduced by 1. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so basically, he's just gooned all our armor.
Nice. You think like you guys, after watching us two idiots go in, don't follow us straight away.
Currently, it is still falling on you. So, if you continue forward, you're going to be in it for at least a little while longer.
Step back, perhaps.
Although, would we not have noticed on the ground it would have been eating it away?
It depends on the material on the ground.
That's true, but
I wouldn't
long
have
exposure,
noticed.
most things would start decaying.
There's a fair amount of damage, but there's damage. There's been damage throughout the
Dark
underworld.
down here as well.
There's some damn force out of a smoke grenade.
And a wee bit smoky.
Well, I've also got a glow globe, so I can see.
This particular area, it's just also enough water dropping will damage the ground as well. Just
I mean, it would take substantially longer and do a lot less damage, but yes.
but eventually it'll grind down a mountain.
Yes, millions of years,
But you have no idea how long it's been. And you have no idea how long it's been going for. So
And it's a pretend game.
yes.
Okay, we'll come back out. Don't go in there. Your arm's
how,
going to get eaten.
How deep is it?
You think you'd have to travel, assuming it's basically two zones. So say medium range.
So if you sprint through it, you can get through it in one.
Yeah, is it like a waterfall of acid or just like droplets?
It's a significant amount of.
Yeah.
It's like a rainfall. It's not
Okay, yeah.
heavy, but it's.
What's in survival gear?
Acid-resistant umbrella is definitely one of the things.
I swear I saw that.
Bedroll, insulated tent, canteen rope, fire starters, candles, purifying tablets, and other basic steps for
not
food and
acid
drink.
resistant stuff.
Can we get
On
that?
the other hand,
I was going to say, can we
possibly
cover
use
ourselves with
tent.
the tent and run under?
Can we get the
Yes.
giant spider's body and use it as like a?
No, I actually think for once Newt has a point. I think how big is it like a 6-man tent?
Yeah, can we just...
Yes, survival gear is probably a 3-man tent.
Fine. I mean,
I've survival gear as well.
yeah. So given that I'm not fussed about whether or not my tent gets damaged,
I've got shoddy survival gear.
You're on your own with that one, son.
Maybe not use my tent. It's got holes in it.
But, Richard, from I'm relatively bright, but have no scientific knowledge whatsoever. Could I estimate or try and figure out in some way if running like a pantomime horse, like together all under the tent, if that would get us through this?
Let's call that.
Well, should we use a bit of my
Logic.
shoddy tent and see
Yeah,
how
to
long it
see
takes
what
to dissolve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
How-
Yes.
How many skills in Heath Robinson has anybody got?
What is in a shoddy survival kit? Why is it called a
All
Shoddy
the-
tent.
It's basically shoddy survival kit is the same as a
Yeah.
survival kit, apart
Okay.
from the fact you get -1 success level on tests using it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's a bit manky.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
bits of old
Alright.
gaffer tape and
Yes, Newt, chuck your rubbish tent on the floor underneath the rain and see what happens to the tent.
Shall we use a
Yeah.
stopwatch or an egg timer?
Well, you're
Doesn't someone have a
mechanical.
watch?
You got a built-in.
I have a chronometer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can use,
okay.
we can use it.
Oh, then.
So Richard, yeah. So I will ask Newt to commence with the experiment with his shoddy tent.
sure, no problem. So you put that in under this stuff.
Would our clothes and stuff be damaged as well? Because my armor's actually under my clothes, apart from the helmet.
Yes, in that case.
No, your clothes are fine, but the
Great,
armor's
so
damaged.
I'm pretty much pretty much in the nip. So I've got an armored body glove. You wear them underneath, so you can't see them.
Nice.
Okay,
It's-
so I would say that the shoddy tent does start melting, but it's the survival tent's probably built for a lot of different environments.
Acid
so
rain, not one of them.
I would imagine acid rain would actually be one of the things with the variety of worlds that the Imperium encompasses. So actually lasts a bit longer than, we're talking about the equivalent of probably 30 seconds.
Yeah, because we're only going to run. We're only going to run under it, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be in there for like an hour. We're going to set up camp under that.
We'll take our long rest, in the shop under the tent.
I don't know, if it'll damage flak armor in seconds, it'll eat through a tent in nothing.
Yeah, but we're not convinced. We don't want to recover the tent. We're happy that the tent will be disposed of.
Oh no, I know, but flak armor is significantly sturdier than canvas.
I know, but flak armor is metal.
Not just.
It's a mixed. It's a like poly compound. So yeah, it's a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean,
so a canvas will not hold up to that if flak armor will deteriorate instantly.
But my question
must be a pretty
is,
serious acid.
Is it canvas? A tent from now?
Any kind of material. If something designed literally to be body armor,
it's made of
will
bloody
deteriorate
radium.
in seconds.
It'll be fine.
Well, GM, what do you say?
The thing is that this is actually a minor hazard. This is not. Yeah,
hazard if you're a minor.
This is only a minor hazard. There are worse hazards than this.
What do you mean? Stuff that a tent wouldn't get you through?
I mean, the difference is the tent. If we run under and just throw it straight off, then it's not on our armor. Whereas it's sitting on your armor, even when you come out of it, and it's still eating through it until because you can't wash it off, can you? We don't have water with us.
Yeah.
Well, you could. There's a shower there. You don't have to rinse it off.
Yeah, I mean, it's saying here that hazards of dangerous environmental effects. There are 3 types: minor, major, and deadly. Minor causes small wounds or discomfort, and that's 5 damage when you enter a hazard or start your turn there. A major is 10 damage, and the deadly is 15 damage.
That is deadly. You wipe me out.
So, okay. So actually, your armor that you had would be rend 1, so you would your armor would be protected, as I used with Nick. Your armor reduces the incoming damage by whatever the armor amount is, and then is reduced by 1 level.
Okay.
Which is what I said at what I was doing.
Yeah.
So Roger, what's your body glove?
It's only armor 2.
So currently you've still got your body glove, but it's armor 1.
Yeah.
Does that strip it on all locations or just the chest?
Just the chest.
It's just the chest.
Yeah, no, I know that, but my point was more that if acid will eat through flak armor very quickly, because we can't have been in there more than seconds, if we were feeling that kind of burn, then a tent's not going to hold up.
The one difference you've got to remember is that your armor has got holes around the neck and other areas where the liquid will leak into very easily, whereas you've got one sheet of something that's meant to repel liquid. It's not going to be canvas. It's going to be slightly protective. It's going to burn and melt a lot quicker than your own armor. But as mentioned, you're not really wanting to be. It's not on you around, body hugging. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, I'm going. Echo's getting bored of the discussing it, and we have to go through it. So, anyone want under my tent? I'm getting ready. I'm going to go through.
Sorry, could we just sort of possibly heal?
Oh yeah, okay.
Before we do that,
beforehand.
Yeah,
not that we don't trust your lavishly stylish tent, but
I do understand what you were saying, by the way, Roger. Yeah.
I mean, what sort of test is this going to be? It's like
a running test, really fast.
I suppose it would be athletics, because we've got to get through there quickly, haven't we?
Okay, so are we doing healing?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so whoever is doing the healing, make your dice rolls.
I believe somebody had a medic kit I borrowed last time.
It wasn't me.
I don't have one.
If it was me, I'd have let you keep it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it wasn't me, but
3 degrees of success.
So who was that on?
Echo, because she shouted loudest.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. So
Is it a routine test?
It's a routine plus 20 test. So your heal wounds equal to the success level plus the person who's doing it intelligence bonus.
So that gives you 6 wounds healed.
Beautiful.
Back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel way better. Thanks for that herbal tea.
Newt, do you need a bit of TLC?
I'm only down by 4. I've got 11 life left. I'll probably.
No, up to you. Roger, are you okay?
Yeah, I've not taken any wounds.
Okay then.
How about you, Doctor? Ian, do you need?
What? I mean, you asked literally everyone else there, Zilch. Everyone else you asked.
Wait, you've already died. That's why.
All right, yes. You're a
There's no
doctor. I
saving
can
you.
understand why the crazy person's saying it, but you're an actual doctor.
I'm not a doctor. I'm a minor cog in the order in the Mechanicus.
I'll tell you something else. I'm not a doctor either. Is there any yeah, sorry, I don't want to no, go on. Let's get
Did you want any healing?
Yes.
5 points.
Thank you. That's all I needed.
So
You're
you
very
take
kind.
a little bit of time, and Zilch sort of treats the individuals who are shouting the loudest.
I have got better though. I have stopped trying to pop rivet plates onto people when they
Bravo.
Look, there's a secure mounting point on Simeon's chest.
No, doctor, away, doctor.
Yeah, really.
No problems. So you're standing basically on this side of this. I hesitate to use the word curtain because it is more like a reasonably light rain, but it's quite nasty effluent. Now that you've actually had a bit of time to really check it. There is some machinery around you on this side. You've got the pipe ahead, which is basically, as I say, fractured and releasing this liquid. So what you doing?
Is there anything else around us, like panels or, just detritus, or is it just a stone, area?
That's a good question. Actually, yes, there are some panels. Basically, as I say, there is some machinery around you, so that you can sort of pull pieces of like cover.
Are there any sort of I'm not technical at all, but any of those like wheel things that you turn to turn things off?
There's a lot of machinery that you don't understand. You can try a tech roll.
Yeah.
Like.
Is there an off switch for the waterfall?
If acid's flowing through a busted pipe, you either fix the pipe or switch it
Turn
off.
it off.
I'm not a plumber, in case that doesn't show.
Maybe our tech priest could do that. Can you see the valve you can turn off?
I can have a look.
Make a tech roll. A tech use roll. No, it's just tech, isn't it? This.
2 degrees of success.
Okay, so you examine the machinery. You check the pipe from range, and yes, there actually is. You manipulate some of the controls and you turn the sacred wheel whilst chanting the appropriate prayer. There's a horrible squeal while this is happening as the tortured metal.
Spirit of this machine, heed my command.
And
sorry, that has to work. I want that to work every time.
And the liquid dramatically reduces in its falling. It's not completely stopped, but it is dramatically reduced.
Is it so reduced that perhaps some sort of tent mechanic could be used?
Look, we're pantomiming horses through this.
Come on, let's go.
Well, we are. Your tent's fucked, so
I've got a normal survival kit as well. That's
Oh
why
right, oh, showing off now. Yeah, get a spare one for guests.
Yeah, it's the guest tent.
Yeah. What do we think now about how safe we would be traversing under the tent?
You think
Or-
you feel a lot more comfortable.
Okay,
It's
and
a lot reduced. I mean, we're literally talking about when it's been really heavily raining and then it stops, but it's just falling out of tree. Yeah, the drips from trees or overhanging areas. It's more like that.
you mentioned panels as well. Could some of the strong people just rip panels off walls and have them?
You could, in theory, remove panels from the sacred machinery.
Oh gosh,
Hold
sorry.
those above
I don't want to offend anyone, Zilch. Is that sacrilege or anything?
I may be able to sacrifice some of the side componentries without truly upsetting the machine gods.
I'm going to give you law roll.
Who, me?
Yeah. Obviously, whenever there's a situation where someone's not so familiar with the law, let's see what the character knows.
I'd imagine a tech priest this would be a really easy role for them.
Maybe
If it's what I think it is.
a simple success.
It's enough. Machines are part of the part of the Omnissiah, sacrificing any parts unless absolutely necessary. So, yes, you could, in theory, sacrifice a part of the machine or even an entire machine to take down a chaos enemy or serious Xenos beastie. But most of the time these things are it's sacrilege.
Tense it is.
Tense it is. All right. So you said they're 3-man tents. So 2 under one tent, 3 under another.
Don't forget, a 3-man tent, when you spread it out, would be a lot bigger than it would be inside if you put it up.
And also, a 3-man tent is realistically a 2-man tent.
Once you factor in gear.
I don't know anything about.
As Roger said, you'd rip it in half, wouldn't you? So you'd have the floor and the roof kind of covering you, wouldn't you? You wouldn't just.
You'd probably want multiple layers, to be fair. But
Come on, then put the 2 good tents on top of each other and open them out.
Yeah.
We'll just conga line it through the waterfall.
Well, I've got one as well, so we have got 3 if we need
As long as we actually do the conga going through it.
Absolutely.
Let's totally do
it. There has to be a little small montage of us getting the tents out and stitching.
Conga is now an Imperial hymn.
Can I have from everybody a interpretive dance roll?
Oh yes.
Zilch blessing it, and
got a 23. I've no idea what the stat is.
No, 63.
Montage of a group of Imperial agents with holding tents above them and shimmying.
I got 77.
Yeah.
Let us never put this in the actual report, okay?
Yeah.
It's all on helmet cam.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Your helmet cam melted, so it's fine.
It's protected in the good old carapace.
No. But you get to the other side. There is runoff here, but I mean, it's you having reduced the flow. Most of it's runoff down the gunnels, and by the time you get to it, you've got surface effluent only. This looks to be probably a cooling pipe that's fractured. So it's basically cooling effluent that's been spewing down here. But you can get across, and the massive pipe is ahead of you.
Another pipe?
Yeah, the big pipe you were heading for.
Oh.
So you got the broken pipe that was above you.
Yeah, sorry.
A massive pipe.
We spent so long at the broken pipe, I've forgotten about the other pipe. We all kissed the frog.
Yes, everyone has failed to seduce the frog. Can we please just cross the stream? No problem. Yeah, so massive pipe. And when I say a massive pipe, we're talking about something probably.
Are you talking like a steam tunnel type size thing, or?
Think something the width of the M1.
Okay, yeah,
Wow.
it's like a steam tunnel.
You know,
Is that
Yeah.
is that with or without smart motorway lane?
the whole thing. You do see that some of the liquid is not moving down one side of it because the matrix signs have said there was an accident ahead.
Oh, is it in a contraflow?
Yeah.
Just don't conga too fast or we'll get tickets.
Hmm.
But you can make your way down into this pipe. The pipe is quite deep as well. But as you start going down, you see there's kind of a lot of the effluent has gone over the sides, and there's quite a deep runoff because it's burnt through some of the bottom of the pipe, or at least something's damaged the bottom of the pipe. You assume it's this liquid. But within this, you would expect to see darkness, and when you get to the top of the ramp, you can see actually further in there is light. The area is illuminated, about 80 to 100 feet down the pipe away from you, and you can hear noise as well by now.
But sort of when you say noise, you mean sort of like a hubbub of conversation or of life?
Yeah, I mean it's only the beginnings of the hubbub, but you can hear indeed a hubbub.
Are we going quietly, or are we just gonna walk in?
I'm going to suggest we stop the conga line.
Oh,
Yeah.
would have been a hell of an
Fine.
entrance.
I know it would, wouldn't it?
Especially since Hector seems to have lost most of his clothes, so he's going in with basically what looks like stockings or
I'm
suspenders.
basically in my pants right now.
Yeah.
That's how we roll, boys.
Yeah. Well, you'll blend in the underhive. They don't have clothes. It's just rags.
Imperial agents. If we were Imperial agents, he'd not just be wearing his pants, wouldn't he?
It's true, no one will suspect.
Yeah. Well, let's head in. Let's go see what this hubbub is. Down here to do a job, team.
Yep.
Not let a little bit of acid upset us.
Never. So you move into the area. You move down this pile of detritus and broken pipe, and as you move in, you start to hear more and you start to see more. Within this area, you can see another shantytown has been built. It's lit by shoddy glow globes and barrels of promethium that have been set on fire. You know, the traditional fare of that sort of thing. There is another area that's been lit, and it looks like some kind of horizontal thing. You can't quite make out what it is, but about 2 meters above the ground, outside a big building, is a burning thing. And there are people moving about. There are underhivers in this area.
A burning thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're too far away to see what the thing is at the moment.
Are the underhivers armed? Or are they just like just people living here? You know what I mean?
Some of them will be armed. There are gangers down here, so a variety of like ranged weapons and melee weapons. There are a fair few people who might be armed with a stick.
Well, 2 of us are.
Does the burning thing smell like a barbecue?
You are smelling the smell of meat, but that could be just people cooking meat.
It's just people. I thought you were
Well,
saying
so
just people.
There is
it's either
that too.
I wouldn't get the burger.
Yeah.
It's
So it's
named
either-
meat. The name was Peter.
Can I use my acute sense of smell to see if it smells like?
Yes,
People.
you can.
Brilliant.
It's
Pig, long
Oh,
pig.
go for it.
Yeah, but I've still got a score under my intelligence, which I'm miles. It smells like they're definitely making candy floss over there.
Could you describe the smell to us, and I'll use my intelligence.
I describe it to you. Yes, I can.
As candy floss.
Hollyhock,
Yeah.
sort of like hollyhock,
Sugar.
summer mornings, creosote.
So it's a perception test.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah. So no problem. So it smells like meat. You're not entirely sure what meat. There are other smells as well. So a lot of the smells of offal and detritus and this acrid smell from this effluent all kind of fuzzy up your sense. So
Cool.
Sorry, Simeon needs his. Could you just why are we here exactly? The thing where why are we here?
We're looking for what's his name?
Pod.
Pod.
That's it,
Yeah,
Pod.
who's
Yeah.
selling Xenos
Thank
weaponry.
you.
Yeah,
It's the auction, isn't it?
we're heading
Yeah.
to the Flaming Exorcist.
Well, yeah, we're trying to. Yeah, that's so that could be that flaming thing over there.
Oh,
But
so that could be the the Exorcist.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah, we've done Grox and Drakes, and we're heading
Yeah.
to the Flaming Exorcist.
Are there any
Alice
like
Clark.
street traders or anything?
There are traders, yes.
Is there someone selling something like a coat?
Yes. Yeah,
or a
sure.
blanket, or
Yep. There will be people selling.
Can I buy
Better
some basic
rags.
Can I buy some basic clothing?
You absolutely can. Yes.
Excellent. I won't be having to be in
Why?
my pants.
Yeah, while you're doing that, can I go over and I want to sneak over and see what this flaming thing is?
So you move over to this building. The building's probably about another 30, 40 feet away by the time you get to this point. So you can move up towards it. And what you notice are four things. There is a very small person, smaller than you. There are two very large people, larger than you. And there is a body in what looks like ecclesiarchy robes on board, burning.
I think we're here, boys.
So, is this on a building? This
is just outside. Basically, there's a scaffold just outside the building, and hanging from. There are a number of pipes around the body which appear to be dribbling promethium or something like that around this body.
And that's the flaming thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
This is like a game of catchphrase, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't be see.
It's a flaming monkey.
Oh,
Yeah. No, say what you see. Say what you see. It's good, but it's not right.
There's a priest, and he's on fire. He's flaming.
And the priest is named Mr. Chips.
Yes.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So I'll call you guys over. That's this may be the place. I'm guessing
The rattling moves over, sort of not up to you, but more toward you, and goes, "Sorry, boys, private function."
What do you mean by private?
As in not public.
Yeah, we know what private means, but I mean, who's rented the establishment?
My client.
Your
If
client.
you don't know, then you don't need to.
We're looking for an auction.
Yeah.
Okay, make for me a. I'd say this is probably presence by the looks of things.
Really?
That'd be rapport.
Actually, yeah, rapport. Yeah, make a rapport roll.
Am I with them yet?
Yes, you can be there.
Oh, can I be the one doing the talking?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's what the interlocutor's for, I think.
Yeah.
That's
Hector moves forward and basically one hand across Zilch's mouth and kind of push back.
Stop addressing them as servitor processable humanoid.
I didn't. I called them meals on feet. Like Meals on Wheels, only less technical.
Did you call him a rat? Did you say rattling?
A rat.
Yeah, it's what halflings are called in this universe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Space.
Yeah, it's not a derogatory term. That is
Can't
literally
you
what
put
they're known
space
as.
in front
Well,
of
I
a
mean, it's
word?
kind of derogatory in the way that humans look down everything that's not pure human. But
So, as you're up close, you can see, as I say, one of them is a rattling, which is halfling, and there are two ogren by the doors.
what was the guy's name who was selling all the stuff again?
Pod.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. We're here to see Pod. We understand he's got some merchandise that we might be interested in obtaining.
Okay, make for me the rapport roll.
Yeah, 14. So that's 4 success levels.
Okay. His face, his appearance changes. He's from being the officious, you're not coming in, Sonny Jim. He suddenly, a smile curls on his lips. He relaxes. As he relaxes, the two Ogryn kind of look at each other and then relax a bit. They think it's kind of that's look as oh, okay, we're all right then. Certainly, please come this way. And he kind of guides you, pushing the two Ogryn aside and sort of opening the door and guiding you in to a foul-smelling, smoke-filled, sweat-smelling room with chairs. They're not all the same, but they are chairs.
As he leads us in, can I try and win him over with my air of authority, which basically gives me a bonus to dealing with that group until the end of the mission?
Sure.
26. So 3 success levels.
Nice. No problems. So you enter into this building. The rattling guides you in, but he doesn't go in with you. He shuts the doors behind you, and you find yourself in a big room, large amounts of different people. Can I have a perception awareness roll? Thank you.
Awareness. 52.
Oh, 5 success levels.
I was about to say that this is a routine one, so it's plus 20.
Oh, 7 success levels.
Oh, so that's 20.
I rolled a 6.
Nice.
Being the investigator type, I thought I should have a lot of perception.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've got a
team.
6 as well, John.
We
Three.
all going to be like this
20.
thing.
3 success levels for me. That's immense.
Yeah.
Okay, 3. Jan, sorry, what yours was?
4 success levels and 2 little ducks. I got 22.
No problem. Oh, that's a crit. No problem. And Newt?
Oh, so we're very perceptive today. Oh, I got 3. It's because I got 26.
No problem. So you enter into this room, and the things that jump out to you are as follows. And I'm not doing it in order of what would be obvious, or most obvious, but order of the things that you will pick up. So there are a number of gangers around here. There's a lot of people, so you pick out 4 gangers who look like they're kind of acting as bodyguard / security bouncers, that sort of thing. You also notice a number of nobles dressed up in underhive chic garments, slumming it basically. You also notice, and this is the thing that jumps out most to you, a tech priest being guarded by a pair of Skitari.
Tech priest?
Yeah.
Wow, I think we may have found ourselves a heretic.
Guarded by whom?
Skitari. Skitari are the Adeptus Mechanicus military.
Yeah, or cybernetically augmented humans. Yeah. They're basically, Mechanicus bodyguards and soldiers.
And another individual comes over and sort of guides you to some seats, dusts them down with the august personages. The master will be out shortly with the goods, and dusts the seats as he leads you towards, as he guides you each to a seat. Is there anything I can get? Drinks, some food, some company?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'll get a menu.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I have adequate company. Thank you. The drinks, food, kind of thing.
Okay. Go.
Sorry, I'm just going to kind of lean over once the guy disappears. I'm going to lean over to Zimian and go, Can you read anything from that tech priest?
Let me see if I can read anything from that tech priest.
We'll do that by reading.
I am also observing the tech priest to see if I can recognise any insignia on either him or the Skitari.
Sure, that would be a law roll.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can with mental interrogation, or as I like to call it, violate mind. There are other titles in all the spell descriptions. It's not just me making stupidness up this time. Yeah, I think Richard, would you like to confirm? As long as I'm in short range with him, I can interrogate him mentally.
You can make a dice roll.
Yeah.
Target makes a dice roll opposing your manifest test.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you can attempt to, and I will make the appropriate opposition.
Sure. And this is not one of those flashy things. It's all, no one's going to know I'm doing this.
If you win, you gain access. If the target succeeds, it becomes aware of your intrusion.
If the target win the process for the target. Yeah. So hey, there's I mean, it's almost impossibly slim chance, but there's a chance that this could all go horribly wrong. I'm just saying, Cato. Yes, but it'll be fine.
Like, I whispered to Echo, go, Echo, just get a weapon ready.
Yeah, I'm happy to give this a go.
Sure.
This is sort of what I'm here for, really.
Yep.
Mental interrogation is a +0 at short range, sustained effect.
Yep. So Jan, you'll be doing your law check whilst.
Just a simple success.
No problem. You can tell that this guy is a Magus biologist, and he looks like he is currently at least accepted as a rank and file Magus rather than being considered heretic. He's not wearing anything unusual. That said, he's in an underhive at an illegal Xenos auction, so
Yeah, and that's like ultimate crime for the Mechanicus.
Yeah, and I'm also in an underhive at an illegal auction. What does that make me?
You're working for the Inquisitions.
Yeah.
But how do we know they're not?
I'm a paid
if you're here to buy it for yourself.
I'm a paid heretic.
So
if you were a heretic, we'd have shot you by now.
So
I'm good at first aid. I'm good at first aid. I'm keeping myself alive with that.
So Simeon.
I rolled a 27, which was pleasing. I think I roll against my psychic mastery.
Yep.
Which is 52. So that's 3 successes.
Okay, so I've rolled my opposition.
You can also use a fate point to add an extra success level if you want.
Can I decide?
One, just use one.
Yeah, can I decide that once Richard has rolled? No, I mean, that's a serious question. Is that how it works?
I don't know. I think that's probably up to him.
Let me just have a quick shifty and see what it says.
I mean,
you can use it to add a success level.
These all come back at the end of today, really, isn't it? And it's 5 to 10. Yeah. Okay, I'm Richard. Regardless, I'm just using one. Give me 4 success levels.
No problem. So let me just quickly see with the success level. Add one after it's rolled. Yeah, you can add one after you've rolled. Doesn't say anything beyond that. So
okay, so I've added one. 4 success levels. Oh, and also I have my Psi focus, which gives me +1 success level for psychic mastery tests. Nice. So that's 5 success levels.
Okay, nice. So minus what he rolled, which brings you down to +2 success levels.
So I can learn about an object, location, or creature significant to the target and the nature of its importance.
Yep, and you can also learn basic information such as name, age, mood. So you get the name Magus
Bernard.
Eowyn. E-O-I-N.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
Owen.
an Irish
He's an
sex priest.
Irish heretic.
He is in his early hundreds, in a reasonably good mood, rude health. His immediate surface thoughts are gathering impatience.
Would I get the impression from that, if I'm allowed to ask, that he's here to buy? Do I get that vibe?
Oh yeah. He doesn't have any opinions about you at this point. His overarching motivations are to increase his knowledge.
Okay.
His immediate concerns are to get the product. Get the
Merchandise.
Merchandise. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Whatever happens, and the object of significance to the target is some kind of organic tech. He doesn't know much more than that.
Definitely a heretic.
I will relay this to Cato as without being smug at all. No, it's gonna come through. Sorry, the smug's gonna come out.
All right, it won't be met with kind of
Yeah.
needed to be done, necessary evil.
Yeah, no, see, look, I am a necessary tool, and nobody said that today.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad you got it in.
I'd probably discuss that with very quietly discuss that with Zilch, because I'd imagine Cato would assume it's heresy, being interested in Xenos stuff, but not going to be over familiar with the inner workings of the Mechanicus.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna be a problem if he wants that tech no matter what, because we want that tech.
Are the Skitari obviously armed with big bad weapons?
Yeah, I was going to say, how augmented are they?
The Skitari are not as augmented as the Magos, but they are augmented. At the stat block I've got, which is something that was done by some fans on one of the other Discords. I'm not giving them the Phosphor Blast pistol because they were going into the Underhive. They've got a power sword, however. They both have power swords.
Take them out and take those power swords.
Hell yeah, I want those.
And you said the other people in here are just like noble people slumming it.
There's nobles. There's varying types of scum that you're not entirely sure what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the exact nature of our orders again, just to remind myself?
No worries. Your orders were to find Pod, see what he discover what he's selling. Minor items, they're not too concerned about what you do with them. You know, they're not massive problematic things. Same with minor individuals who aren't really important. Arrest anyone important who's involved in it and destroy as best you can anything that is serious.
yeah. I think we're supposed to arrest Pod in a conscious alive status rather than a dead status.
Yeah, I think
probably arrest that tech priest as well. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if we can, we definitely want to arrest him.
So the doors behind you open, and the two Ogrin step in at this point. One stays by the doors and is basically blocking the doors on this side. The other one goes past everyone and into an area behind, kind of a side, a secondary set of rooms, which are it reaches via some doors. Pod comes out. He looks like a stick thin, red-headed, pock-marked faced, zits everywhere with a massive scar down one side. And he sort of skips up to the edge of the area that he's used. It's not quite a stage, but that kind of thing. Welcome to my auction, everybody. Hopefully we'll make this a profitable sale. So let's begin from the start. And he reaches out a hand, and the Ogrin comes out carrying an item, which is fairly obvious when you see it, but Pod describes. The first item we have is an orc chain axe, taken from an orc warrior. Do I have 100 solar? At which point some people start piping up with.
So can I just try to, Kato, are we allowed to bid on stuff too?
Some low-level bids might actually make us blend in.
Excellent. I will, if I see anything I like.
Problem. So, is anyone actually going to try to bid for the chain axe?
Not with my
No,
finances.
Again, I'll try and do it very low level where it's obvious I'm going to get outbid, just to kind of make it look like I'm there for, a reason.
Merch.
Sure.
Well, that's what I want the chain axe, but if it goes, I've got 106.
But it's an orc chain axe,
So
so
I've
it's going to
bid
be
for-
crap.
Oh, fair enough. Well,
And also
I
it's
probably
Xenos
don't know
tech,
that.
so you know.
Yeah. You would probably know that you dislike Xenos stuff.
All right, fair enough.
That's fairly drilled into people.
No problem.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the first sale goes fairly good, especially in all those Xenos. You're all those Xenos inquisitorial staff. So the orc chain axis goes through. One of you might pop up with a small bid, but it's one of the nobles outbids everybody and pays like 500 solar for it. Sold to the gentleman over here with the massive hair. Okay.
I'm going to kind of try and get Zimian to read the guy if we can.
I'm running out of warp charge. Sorry, Richard, is it scene by scene or session by session that the warp charge recovers?
It would be based on in-game time, and you actually need to vent warp charge. So you
purgation.
You need to purge your warp charge.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think it's wise for me to risk invasion of the Chaos Gods for an auction. Basically, I don't have enough to just get
That's
a
fair.
grip
Sorry,
on
I
everyone.
don't know how it works. Sorry.
Well, you can go above your warp charge level, but then bad things might happen if you fail the dice roll.
Yes, I will fail those rolls.
So next thing comes out, he sort of reaches his hand out again, and the Ogrin comes out with a pistol of some description, a needle pistol, made by the Eldar.
Is that elves?
Yes.
Space elves, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have 500? And again, bidding happens. People, numbers are thrown out, and by the finish, another noble's bought it for like 800 solar. That one didn't go so well. This is followed by a suit of Tau armor that's been damaged in combat, but is technically repairable. It's not in terrible condition. This is followed by a weird item that looks like it's a thing that goes on someone's forearm, a Necron teleporter. And he holds up this thing that's got weird glowy buttons and such.
Okay, that's slightly more of interest.
It's my birthday soon, you know.
I was more thinking, because we were told to ignore low-level stuff, but I'd imagine something Necron and Teleporter could be quite a huge risk.
Yeah. And again, varying bids.
Is there, sorry, Richard, to cut in, is there any sort of reaction by the audience? You know, in an auction, when they bring something out that's like, going to be sold for millions, there is a sort of that frisson through the. So because I don't know, when this Necron teleporter thing comes out, is there a bit of from the crowd?
Yeah. That is everyone's massively impressed. There are a couple of people who are a bit sort of, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's always those.
I mean, does it look genuine to us? I mean, obviously, Zilch is probably the closest thing we've got to an expert, but
it looks alien. It's got flashy buttons on it.
Have you got blue flashy buttons?
But does it look Necron?
How well do you know what Necron looks like as a Arbite of your level?
Well, again, I would have been deferring to someone like Zilch rather than myself, but
sure. So Zilch, would you like to make a tech roll at -20?
Will 11 do?
Yeah, absolutely.
A crit. She knows what it is. Exactly what it is.
This looks like Necron technology. It's got similar shapes and styles. The architecture of it is correct. It is nothing of the sort. It is something that someone has put together with bits of technology and made to look like.
It's a Blue Peter job.
Yeah.
Could I just keep an eye on Mage's the Irish guy for I want to be sort of, now I've been in his mind, I'd like to be able to sort of just keep an eye on him and see what he's particularly up for,
Sure.
what he's getting excited for, that kind of
At the
thing.
moment, nothing has interested him.
Okay.
Nothing at all. Another thing, the next thing comes out is a Jacaro digital weapon.
Nice.
For those of us who are looking at Warhammer 40,000 wiki, can you spell Jacaro for us?
Yeah.
Jacaros are space orangutans that, for some reason, are insanely good with technology.
Amazing.
I think it's Jokaer.
Space monkeys.
Thank you.
They are literally space orangutans who are great with tech.
Oh wow, yeah, they are.
The librarian on 11.
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous! They are actual
So
orangutans.
many different species. That
Oh
we
yeah,
can be
I
waiting
wasn't
for them.
exaggerating. They are literally that.
So you can make the dice roll again if you wish, my love.
Right.
I think this is where we're all just kind of looking at Zilch.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
when tell us when it is.
Lots of interest from the very
Unfortunately, I
nobles.
failed this one.
Okay, it looks legit to you. It's
Although
a ring, quite a bulky ring that's got what looks like a laser emitter.
Although Jacaro are kind of slightly tolerated-ish.
Yeah. So as far as you can see, it's exactly what it is. And the nobles are going bananas,
Yeah, they would.
pun not intended, on all of this technology.
But I mean, you said if the Jacaro are slightly accepted, would this not be that bad then?
In the grand scheme of things, this isn't awful, but it's rare as hell, so would be worth a lot of money if it was genuine.
This is again, one of the nobles buys this. And
Can we keep a note of who bought it?
Yes, you could. They haven't been handed over yet. They're basically.
No, but
noted.
whoever won this one,
Yeah.
I think we should probably just log.
And the piece de resistance and piece of biotechnology I discovered in an unknown system, and the Ogrin brings out a large glass tank with a throbbing and obviously disconnected from something organic thing. Can everybody please roll for me a discipline test?
Oh, that's not going to go
Discipline
well.
psychic if you have it.
Ooh, past courtesy of being trained in discipline.
Sorry, my dice roller just has crashed. I'll just be 2 seconds.
No success levels, though.
Is the standard difficulty?
Yep, just standard.
Oh, simple
One
success.
one success.
Never. Newt.
I got 100 and my discipline's 22.
Oh.
So that's that like
Oh.
7 or 8 fails.
Well, 100 is technically 00, which is a fumble.
It's critical.
It's a critical fumble. How about Echo?
Remember,
Well, I
fate
got-
points are a thing.
Yeah.
I got 2 successes, but
Wow.
me and Newt have the drilled, which I think is +1 to success levels if we're near each other on discipline
So
tests.
that's made
So
that slightly
3.
less a fail.
So you
Yeah.
can, as Roger says, you can spend a fate point to re-roll that test.
Yeah, we're nearly done, aren't we?
I think I probably should
Yeah,
because it's
should
gonna
do.
like destroy everything.
Yeah.
I've got that's all my
Found
fate
it.
points. That's all my fate points gone.
Yeah, but you'll get them back next session.
24. It's still a fail though.
Okay, is that including the success level you get for drilled?
Oh no! So then it's
So
just
you get 1.
neutral 1. Yeah,
No
there was one. That was 1 fail. So that'd be 1 success.
So
Nice.
Newt, you just for a millisecond, your you just have this absolute urge. You think it's absolutely the best thing to do would be to take this thing directly to the Inquisitor. The Inquisitor would want this, and then kind of your brain catches up with this thought that's being forced into your head. Anyone who succeeded with less than 1 success level can feel this thought being shoved into your brain.
That kind of gives away that this is genuine.
Yeah. Can I have from anybody and everybody lore? It's going to be a -10.
The -10.
Yeah.
Ooh.
51. That's two levels of failure.
Seeing as it's right at the end, I'm going to use a fate point to gain a success level, which means I pass. Because I rolled exactly what I would need for lore, but not with -10.
No problem.
2 successes.
Nice.
I have 5 levels of failure.
No problem.
Yeah, I got 2 levels of failure. So
Okay.
I have
All of the
7,
levels of failure.
8 level, all the levels of failure.
You win!
82.
it went at an auction. 10 levels of failure.
Yeah.
And you're right on 10 levels.
No problem. So Hector and Zilch, you're looking at this thing, and you've had some knowledge from the Inquisitor and his staff. You know more about what's out there Xenos-wise than most people do. And this is all of you. But Hector and Zilch, looking at this looks like a secondary brain from something. And the thing that jumps into your thought process is Tyrannid.
Burn it all. I'm just going to kind of say really quietly over the squad Fox link, priority target. That must be destroyed.
Yeah, agreed.
We'll try and win it in the auction.
It starts at 30,000.
Doesn't matter.
At
It
this
doesn't
point,
matter. We don't have actual money to buy this stuff, but they
Yeah.
don't know that yet.
And-
35,000.
Yeah, because we need this place to clear out, don't we?
The
And then we go
Magus-
collect it.
The Magus is massive. This is what the Magus is here for. And he says 50,000.
Look, we didn't have 35. We don't have 51. So what does
60,000.
60,000?
No problem.
Who's got the best bluffing skills?
I think that's me.
You
I
I
should.
think
can-
that's all comes under rapport. I think.
So
I can also-
you should be doing the bidding then, because you can do it the best.
I can also make them forget anything from the last sort of
Mhm.
hour or so.
Okay, carry on.
Also,
And
with a crowd of people going, doing bidding, some of the nobles are bidding as well. People
But
who
yeah,
are, you can have someone like Hector who's really good at bullshitting people, and that and the Magus will kind of drown out the people who aren't, but it will still have a similar effect.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna outbid whoever is.
He gets
60,000.
We
He's
don't have money, so
Yeah. he gets to 200,000 solar.
200,001.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just outbid him in whatever increments are going.
No problem. I will ask then for a rapport roll from Hector.
I'm gonna use another fate point. 26. That's better. That's 3 success levels.
So at the moment, we will call it here with 400,000.
400,000 for the brain.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean, to be fair,
second-hand brain.
That's only about 400,000 solars more than I actually have. So
Fair.
So there we go. Yeah, we will pick this up next week. I didn't actually realize we were going to be still on this by the end of this session, but stuff
Who's that
happens.
pipe?
Well,
That pipe?
if you throw difficult things at us like showers of acid, then expect us to overcomplicate it and dwell on
Yeah.
it for at least 20 hours.
Sessions. Yeah.
No worries. But
You're lucky he was
also,
still not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Sewing the tents together.
Yeah.
okay, so thank you everybody for joining in. Hopefully
No,
this
thank
has
you,
been
Richard.
entertaining.
Thanks, Richard.